Okay, let's bring in Dolapo, the head of energy research at EcoBank Group, as he discusses these issues with us on the program. Good morning, Dolapo.
Hi, Bolaji. Good morning.
Thank you for coming on the program. I just wanted to comment on the sudden rise, more like a recovery in oil prices.
Well, I mean, it's we're not back to where we started the week at yet, but it's a good bump. The fundamental reason for that is the fact that it's getting stronger. The gist that OPEC could take a decision to make a cut in production. First of all, we heard during the week that Iran said that they were ready to cooperate with Saudi Arabia to make a cut, and OPEC also. So Saudi Arabia now also said that yesterday as well, that they are looking towards a coordinated cut in production. So that gave some support to oil prices yesterday. But again, don't forget, we started the week at $34. We're currently around 31, 32. So we're not there yet.
Okay, the market is already oversupplied, despite the cut. But how soon can we begin to feel the impact of this cut in terms of the price now?
Well, no, the cut hasn't been done yet. I mean, they're still just talking about how they will go about it, because the market is still oversupplied with roughly, I mean, if you want to approximate, about 1.8 to 2 million barrels per day. At the rate they are currently producing, Saudi Arabia needs to make probably a 5% cut. Similar by other houses in OPEC, will probably bring the market down to somewhere in the region of about 1.5, so which is fine. I mean, if we can get a 1.5% cut, 1.5 million barrels off the market, that's fantastic. But the question is still going to be the fact that the rest of the countries in OPEC cannot afford to make that cut. So it will likely be between Saudi Arabia and Iran, and then they will look to get efforts outside OPEC, countries outside OPEC, to also make similar cuts. That would then help the market rebalance. So, but if we're going to see any impact from this, it will be from Q2 and possibly Q3.
Of course, Nigeria is not expected to also cut its output at this point. Okay, I would like to talk about electricity. The good news is that we're seeing interest in terms of investment now. We're seeing the federal government sealing an agreement of $11 million with the Japanese government for an emergency improvement of electricity supply facilities in Abuja and Nasarawa State. Can you comment on this?
Well, I mean, I would like to see the full agreement, see what exactly the terms and conditions are. But I think it's a good one. It's necessary that we get as much investment, international investment, in the power sector, because, again, apart from the fact that we don't have enough capital to put in the sector locally, it's very welcome to get, I mean, interest from Japan. We also know they have a significant advancement in the area of electricity, so they can really turn that around. But I think what's still more important is the fact that generation is really not our problem. I think what still needs to improve is collection, which is at the disco end of the pyramid. That's where the real issue is. Until that works, increasing generation power doesn't really impact on improvement in power supply to the end user.
Talking about investing in infrastructure.
Exactly. Transmission capacity, distribution capacity, and then collection of those tariffs when the power is actually supplied.
Of course, we all know what's going on with the increase in tariff, but how do you think investors are actually receiving this news from Nigeria?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen the protest by NLC and a couple of other people as well. I mean, I engage a lot on social media as well, and I see that the knowledge is, the reaction is still that why is tariff increasing when power supply hasn't improved? But the fact is the tariffs will have to go up. Tariffs will have to go up until we sort out various issues. Those tariffs currently are not economic. Don't also forget that when the power sector was privatized in 2013, there were projections that were made to enable these facilities, actually to make these projects bankable, to make the acquisition bankable. And those projections required that there were going to be increases in tariffs in January and July of every year since 2013. But if you look back, we've only done about 2 increases. This is the 3rd one, where we should have had about 5.
Okay, just in 1 minute, just before I let you go, I'd like you to talk about these interest in Nigeria's gas by the German contingent. We're looking at the business group coming to Nigeria to say, okay, we want to buy your gas to supply our shipbuilding industry.
Good. You know, the thing is, Europe generally, they are looking to diversify their gas supply sources. It's typically been between Russia and Norway. But with the issues they've had with Russia, sanctions on Russia, Russia trying to annex parts of Ukraine. So basically, most of the countries in Europe have been trying to move away from Russia, trying to
Okay.
find more sources. And I think it's fantastic for Nigeria.
All right.
What just needs to happen is investments need to go into NLNG, try and get more capacity there to ensure that we can meet their needs as at when
When
necessary.
due? And of course, more revenues for the country. Thank you so
And more
much.
definitely.
Thank you,
Thanks for having me.
Dolapo.